Hi. We're going to do a glass painting today because you know what? I feel like painting a glass today, so I'm going to go ahead and just record it as I do it. One of the classes, in fact the very first class I did was a glass painting class, and it was so much fun. It was crazy. People just went nuts over it. So the first thing you want to do is get yourself a glass, and when we're done with these you're going to be able to use this every day. I'm keeping it easy. We're going to do little wine grapes on here. The first thing you're going to do is and another trick is to get that sticker off. What you do is you just spray the alcohol on there and just let it sit for a little bit. So after you've sprayed the tag, let it sit for just maybe 2-3 minutes. It will come right off. Easy peasy. Super easy. And you just go ahead and just use the rest of the alcohol to finish wiping down your glass. Now that your glass is clean and you didn't cut your hands while you were doing it, that's my disclaimer. Don't put your hands in there. Don't break your glass on your hands. Please don't hurt yourself. We have these acrylic paint pens. They work really well for glass painting because you're going to bake your glass afterwards. So if you bake your glass about 325, 350, I've learned probably with the acrylics you want to go about 325 for about 30-35 minutes. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the glass in the oven empty, put it in the oven while it's cold, turn it on, 325, 350, probably 325 for the acrylic like I said. Some of the other paints can handle the 350, but I've learned in the past that it will burn your paint and then all that work's gone. So about 325, about 35 minutes, then leave it in the oven. Don't touch it, don't open the oven, just walk away, and then get it after the oven cools down. Then you're going to let it sit for a good day before you use it. But then you'll be able to wash it by hand and you'll be able to enjoy your new little glass that you painted. Kind of cool. And then the alcohol-based pens, they're just a lighter, more clear paint as well. But for the effect that I'm going for today, I'm just going to do some little grapes with some vines. There's someone in mind that I'm thinking of for this. I'm going to get all my different colors shook up really good. And while we're shaking that up, you can click and like. Oh, that will get acknowledged. Okay, so, and I just kind of prime it a little bit. See that? Glass out of the way. So I just kind of prime my pen a little bit. Okay. And you need to see more of what I'm doing, so I'm going to get this where you can see more of what I'm doing. Okay, so we're just going to make some vines, some squiggles. You can do that around. And the thing about art is they don't have to be perfect. This is your thing. Don't let other people judge your art. Just put some little leaves in there, okay? Just super easy peasy. And I'm not doing the bottom right now because I'm holding the glass, but I'll put some on the bottom. Too, okay? I'm going to put the little grapes on there. And we're just going to do little dots, little grape clusters. See how easy that is with the pen? You're just basically dotting it. Put nice dots on there. I want to make this a bigger cluster. Oh, my grapes to be big. And this one's going to have 2 clusters next to it. And that's pretty much it as far as putting your grapes on. Now we're going to squiggle just a little bit to give it some character. You know, the grapevines, they have those little squiggles on them. Okay? Sure hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to do this way. Little squiggles, little squiggles. And then to add just a little dimension into it, we're going to put just a little bit of brown because that's the stems. Grapes on the grapevine, they have their little stems. A little squiggle in there. I really want to fill this in, so I'll give this little guy a vine in a little bit. Right now, we just need grapes. We need more grapes. We need to fill in these spaces here. What's cool is you learn how to do this, you get these pins and everything, and you'll go nuts with your glassware. And when you bake your glassware off, it makes it sparkle. So if you have some glassware that's kind of dead and you want to give it some new life, there you go. Notice too, I'm closing the lids as I use these paints because the last thing I want is for my investment to dry up. This stuff, it's not cheap, but once you have it, it lasts forever. Okay, so put some little leaves here on the stems. You see how I have the brown in this one? Just to give it a little accentuation. And I'm kind of going fast because I want you to see it's really not that hard. Don't overthink it. Remember what I say. Don't overthink it. If you're one of those kids that colored in the lines, I mean on the coloring books, let it go. I made my own little world. I would have my picture on my coloring book and then I would make a whole world around it. Stayed in the box. Okay. Sometimes that'll happen. It happens. Just twist it back on. By adding a few little dots here and there of the white. Pinterest. Just playing. Just go for it. Just get out there and just get creative and have fun. Okay. So we're just going to put some more dots on here. Get that done. And then we are going to throw some gold accent on there just to make it a little bit more blingy. It's kind of cool. There's no way right or wrong. And what's really cool, listen to this, what's really cool is when you're doing this, if you don't like it, you take a Q-tip, you get some alcohol, and it rubs right off. So you're not committed when you're painting on glass. You're not committed until you bake it. So anyway, kind of fun, huh? And I'm going to do the bottom too, make it kind of fun. But that gives you an idea on how to do a little wine glass, the next level up, freehand. And that's it. Bam! If you wanted to, you could do sunflowers. I'll do those ones probably on another one. I just wanted to do a little quick blip. And you could personalize by put somebody's name here. I'll show you some that I did. On here, what I did is, see the beadwork where it says JJ and DJ? This one says J, duh. This one says JJ, this one says DJ. DJ is really a little bit harder to see because I made it smaller. These are embellished. You can actually wash these. They're painted, then they're cooked in the oven. I did these at 350 for 35 minutes. Well, I'm saying 325 is fine, even if you want to compromise between the two of them, just 333. But then I went and I bought the Mod Podge. I know I have it here. Well, I could totally sell this stuff for this company, couldn't I? Anyway, Mod Podge dishwasher safe. That's the key. You're going to, after you bake your color on, then you just Mod Podge your little beads on. And I put the Mod Podge over the beads too, because these are just the you know, the embellishment beads. They're not real pearls. So to avoid them flaking in the future, because I put my time into this, I want it to last. These are memories that I made for my grandchildren. These are their actual glasses. When they come to visit me, they get to use these. These are theirs. So this is for my JD, little hearts. This was her favorite color when I made it. Now she's into yellow, so go figure. And the Danny loves pink. So anyway, you can use the Mod Podge on these. You let it sit for a good month. It says 25 days, so let's just say a month. After you Mod Podge them, you set them aside, you don't touch them, you're done. And then after 25 days, they're good to go. So you paint them the color you want, bake them, and then you decorate them with the Mod Podge dishwasher safe. Let it sit for a good month, and you're good to go. You're golden. This one here, you're just going to throw in the oven. You're going to bake it, 325 for 35 minutes. I think that's going to be fine. 350 is fine too, but I don't want you to burn your paint. I mean, I did that. So I'm thinking 325 is good for 35 minutes. Don't take it out, leave it, and then when it's cooled down, set it aside for a day, and you're good to go. What I do with the paint too is I let it sit for a day before I bake it off. So don't get too much in a rush. You know, just kind of let it cure a little bit. And then you can wash these by hand. You actually can wash them in the dishwasher, but I would not do that myself personally. I wash them by hand, and they work great. But you have to bake them, and you have to let it cool, bake, cool, take them out, sit, walk away. So that's how you do glass painting. My disclaimer is, don't say anything stupid out there. Don't go grabbing my glass. When I bake these off, I just throw them in the oven at night and put them on the timer, and then in the morning they're ready to go. And that's the safest, easiest way. Make sure your oven's clean too. Don't put them in there with a dirty oven, because you'll just burn that dirt, yuck, right into your glass, and you don't want to do that. So, and these will come out sparkling. They're just amazing with baking. I was so like, ah, first time I saw it. So have fun with that. Don't have to go out and buy anything special really. You have your glasses at home probably. And you can use any glass. Just clean it with alcohol first. And I get my alcohol, I just got this at the Dollar Tree, and I put the little, they had like a little cheap sprayer, and I grabbed the sprayer and put that on top, and it worked really great. So clean it with alcohol. Let it cool down before you take it out. That's the key. And just be safe. Don't stick your hand into the glass. Please don't do that. I have a big old scar here from when I did that as a kid. I mean, it's gnarly. So, because I've always been this way. Have fun and enjoy. And as I always say, ta-da! Done. Have a good day and a better tomorrow. Peace out. I do that for my granddaughters. Peace out. And may the Lord bless you and keep you. Till next time. Thank you. And don't forget to click and like, click and subscribe. That helps me build my channel. If you want to see more of me, you got to make it worth my while. I need to get paid for I can pay for all the stuff I do. Take care, and until next time, it's been real. Bye.